Good evening. You're watching Hungary Reports, starting off public media and one's foreign language news era. I'm Orshatom. Thanks for joining us. Hungary will veto the European Union's budget for the 2021-2027 financial cycle and the recovery package. Prime Minister Viktor Orbán wrote it in a letter addressed to the German Chancellor, the President of the European Commission and the President of the European Council. The Prime Minister's press chief announced, Bertalan Havasi reminded, that the Hungarian PM had repeatedly warned against tying the EU's next 7-year budget and the recovery package to conditions where the nature of the alleged law violation is not precisely defined, and thus it can lead to politically motivated financial sanctions by employing double standards. Such measures would jeopardize the trust between member states and Hungary's interests as well. As of Monday, soldiers will be helping carry out protection against the coronavirus pandemic in 93 hospitals. In addition, they will also help the police with their duties in public areas. The soldiers are also involved in, among other things, checking that people obey the rules enforced during the special legal order, including curfew regulations. State Secretary Szilárd Németh said that the Hungarian army would make all of its capacities and assets available to help the Hungarian people and maintain the security and peace needed for the country to function. Compliance with the rules can reduce the burden on healthcare, the chief medical officer said at a press briefing of the operative board in charge of handling COVID-19. Cecilia Müller emphasized that more and more patients with coronavirus were being cared for in hospitals, which puts a very heavy burden on healthcare. She added that the goal was to flatten the epidemic curve and thus reduce the load on Hungary's healthcare system. The switch to digital education with 501 secondary schools involved has been smooth. State Secretary for Public Education said at a press briefing of the operative board in charge of handling COVID-19. Zoltán Maruzsa emphasized that the protection measures were effective in the educational institutions. It is shown by the number of new infections per day among children under the age of 14, which remains below 4%. Police officers took action against more than 900 people over the last weekend for violating the rules of mask wearing in public areas and public places. Deputy head of the operative board said. Robert Kiss emphasized that a great number of shops was also monitored for compliance with the rules. In a result, 14 shops had to be closed due to some kind of infringements. That's all for now. But we'll be back tomorrow night at around the same time, and you can catch Hungary Reports online as well. Please stay tuned for our German, Russian and Chinese language news. Thanks for watching. Take care. Good night.